Hey guys, Social Warmonger here, and you're watching 3 vs 3 Kingdom of Heaven. This is an attackers versus defenders scenario, and I'm spectating. The attackers have decided to spawn in the north, and the attacker side we've got, as the Eastern Romans, Key in blue, playing as Byzantines, Hellblazer in cyan, playing as the Romans, and No in green, playing as the Romans as well. Alright, on the defending side, in gray, we've got Tactical-doll TMP playing as the Teutons, Curly in red playing as Britons, and Dominik in orange playing as the Sicilians. So the defenders are Crusaders. It looks like Curly is gonna chop wood on the east, most likely. Let's see. This is an interesting strategy from Key. He's moving his supply depot out further west, so it looks like they're gonna focus maybe on the Postern of St. Ladre and Tancred's Tower, and of course, hopefully, Damascus Gate as well. Alright, they're setting up their camp security. Hellblazer doesn't seem to have... I mean, like, these three players have different styles of camp security. I always tell my viewers and players that camp security is like priority number 1, getting up an army to be able to defend yourself. Hellblazer's already poking in front. Thankfully his units have shields, so he's not taking any damage. We've got TMP sending some units as well as Dominik up front, just to make sure that if they get ram rushed, that they have something to protect themselves. And make sure the gate doesn't fall. Curly making sure he has a good amount of units to protect his woodcutters. 3 is a good number for cutting wood, because honestly, you really don't need that much wood as the defenders. You just need enough to keep your ranged unit production at a good rate. So you can see the defenders definitely start with less wood compared to the attackers. We got some scouting going on from Dominik. They actually still haven't seen the exact whereabouts of the camps. And Dominik is posting his light cavalry on the west, trying to make sure there are no flanks coming out. And Curly's... oh no, TMP is looks like he's posting his light cavalry on the right. Over on the defender, on the attacker side, we've got Hellblazer setting up a very interesting looking camp with I'm not sure, it's kind of weird, to be honest. The attackers might have a problem in the future with wood. Just looking at how things are right now. Not sure when the last time No has played. In fact, these players, No, Key... I know Key has played recently. But if they don't try to secure wood lines soon, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna have some problems. Oh my god, what happened here? Oh, Dominik was able to raid and kill 2 villagers, actually. That was a really good pickup. What was this? That was light cavalry, it looks like. Okay, No is setting up some defenses here. Looks like he's opting for more of a wide type of camp security. Not sure how well this is gonna work out, but the good thing for him is he has his core buildings protected. This is a very interesting setup from Hellblazer. I'm just worried that he's gonna get units stuck in all the time. Key and his defense, it looks like he's gonna leave this open. That might come into play later, but he is setting up gates over here. So let's take a look at the wood. No is already pretty much out of wood at this point. So let's take a look at how many barracks he has. So he has about 13. A little too many archery ranges. I'm not sure about this. This could be a problem. This is a big problem for No. I'm not sure what the thinking is here. I think maybe he hasn't played in a while, and I don't think he realizes how hard it is to gather lumber and how important it is. We got a little scuffle here on the northeast, between Curly and No. And the defenders are mining out. Actually, this is a lot of, there's actually a lot of woodcutters at this point. So, Curly is not putting any effort into, like, mining stone, it appears. Yeah, he's at 221. Actually, he is mining stone. Okay, so he is. Okay, so I think this might be sort of like an experience thing. No is getting ready for an attack, it looks like. 6 p.m., so it's only about 3 minutes from nighttime. TMP setting up some outer walls, but he's falling back because it looks like the No is getting ready to, like, come in. Reinforcements from the defenders are coming in. That's 20. Oh, actually, how many is this? 30? 30 elite heavy infantry, or elite infantry coming in. No, just poking around the front, doesn't want TMP to be able to set up a large stake barricade blockade. Actually, it's Hellblazer, my bad. But it is good to zone them out. TMP is ready to repair if needed. Okay, No. Still gathering wood. Starting to build up a little bit. And now he's building a trebuchet. It is a little bit unprotected. TMP tends to be able to take these out if they're not like completely walled in. But No is looking like he's setting up stake barricades to wall them in, and he's starting to build it up. Let's take a look at it from the attacker side. Nobody has built the... What's this? Okay, so Dominik is doing a little bit of raiding. This is a good move. He's killing those villagers. Very annoying. But he might lose his light cavalry. Right here. No, he's able to save it a little bit. No, switching to flame shot, and he's gonna target the gate. Okay, the camps of the attackers are getting very, very large now. Let's take a look at the population. So the attackers looks like they're gonna be ready to attack basically when nighttime hits. So we're about 1 minute or less than a minute from nighttime. We got an engagement with the elite heavy knights. Actually, these are just heavy knights versus medium cavalry. These two knights should actually win, although they are low HP, so it's a little bit of an even trade. But now it's nighttime. Nighttime's coming. You can see that the screen is getting darker. And now at nighttime you cannot see your allies, and vision is lowered significantly. So this is a good time. Oh, Dominik is really trying hard and doing a very effective raids on these unprotected wood lines. Like I said earlier, the wood is very hard to come by, so thankfully Key has a good stock of about 700, and now Dominik, oh my god, Dominik is doing great with his raids. In fact, these archers shooting will still maybe kill the villagers. So this is what Key can see at nighttime. Wow, Dominik doing great with his raids. Let's see what Dominik can see. Just a few light cavalry causing havoc, like wreaking havoc. Back to Key. He has 12 villagers. So now he's not... He's kind of like really low on the vill count. It might actually be worth it to kill 3 villagers to get back to 24, to be honest, if I'm being honest. So nighttime is the time to start making merchant spies, but I don't see any on the map. Once again, Dominik is attacking the mule cart. But these cataphracts are here this time to try to protect them. So the, oh my god, like a villager died here too. How did that happen? We've got a little bit of a push out from TMP. Looks like he's gonna do a little bit of a raid. This is what I was talking about. TMP's kind of good at taking trebuchets out if they are not completely surrounded. Let's see how this goes. Wisely pulling back because you don't want to be losing too much morale as a defender, especially with your not very dispensable heavy cavalry. He is sacrificing some of this infantry. I'm not sure why, maybe to buy time for his stake barricades, but the Damascus gate is not being repaired, interestingly enough. And here comes TMP, going for the stake barricades. Hellblazer thinking about protecting it. He has to be careful. You got a little bit of scuffle here. TMP going back, thinking about repairing. Now he's starting to repair. Hellblazer definitely needs to be careful about these trebuchets. So no, getting up to the he can make one more. He has about 3 trebuchets, and they're all working on this gate. The gate will fall soon, in my opinion. What is this? What's this ping? I don't know what that ping is about. Interestingly enough, Dominik is doing a lot of raiding damage against Key with his light cavalry, but now he's kind of slowed down. The gate is very dangerously low. So we got flame shot, regular shot, regular shot, regular shot, flame shot. Alright, so the gate. Okay. Take a look what Key has going on. So Key can't see this cavalry because it's nighttime. So where is Dominik going with this cavalry? Okay, so he's got a mixed force now of Norman Knights and Sergeants, so with some Friar backup. So now he's thinking about some serious raiding. Although at this point, I still believe that this group of 19 elite heavy cataphractos will defeat this group of mixed, medium, and heavy cavalry of 23. So Dominik has to be careful unless he uses a charge ability. If he does use a charge ability, it is possible to defeat this, because the cataphracts don't actually have a charge ability. They can just switch to ranged units. So here he goes. Is he going to charge? Does he even know that they're there? There's a light cavalry scouting up here. And okay, the gate of Damascus was destroyed. And now No, under the cover of darkness, is going to take out some of the low walls. So this is what No sees. This is what TMP sees. So he only slightly knows that the low walls are being taken out. And No telling his allies also that the wall is going down. So Curly's strategy, famously, is to use his friars to like replenish the health of his like heavy knights. And he basically uses his heavy knights to try to like protect everything. And you got a couple Norman knights doing some raiding, but they are being like fended off by the Scythicos horse archers. Okay, here comes Key. I'm not sure about the lack of okay. It must be a wood issue. Alright. TMP trying to like fend off these battering rams. This won't be enough to kill them. Battering rams are pretty strong. But this definitely will. Is he charging? Yes, he is charging. He's gonna take this down very quickly, to be honest. There he goes. Okay, you can kill all these units, and that's what he's doing. So TMP took out one battering ram, might take out the second one. Let's see. There were a lot of archers here that were vulnerable, but they're being pulled back. And lots of spearmen coming in to support. They're actually targeting this tower next, which is a good move. The defenders need to be careful about losing too many towers. Here comes another possible raid from Dominik. If the defenders lose too many towers, then the damage-soaking ability of the towers will be gone, and the attackers can overwhelm the defenders with superior archer fire. So we have to be careful about that. Here comes Dominik from the side, still continuing to try to maybe raid. Dawn is coming at 5 a.m., so that's under 2 minutes coming in. TMP doing his own strategy of I'm not sure about this, to be honest, because it does take food, and these stake barricades are going to go down very quickly with these rams. Okay, so this is what TMP sees. He's kind of like making a lot of mule cars. This is a TMP move right here that he likes to do. But now they're trying to like take Tankard's tower out. Key coming in with some units, but there are units here to defend from TMP. Unfortunately, Hellblazer sending rams to attack the postern, they don't do as well. Each hit only doing about 30 damage on even ground. Okay. So now it's dawn. Everybody can see what their allies see now. And I guess this is more of an attack at dawn strategy. Dominik doing a great job with about 5 villagers repairing. Unfortunately, his archers are killing his own villagers through friendly fire, so he has to be careful about that. Now, battering rams! Battering rams just demolishing these mule carts. So, this strategy backfiring from TMP. The bonus damage from battering rams doing great against buildings, and they just almost instantly dying. Not what he was expecting, I'm sure. We've got some attack ground action going on from No. He's actually winning the Archer War. Okay, so we've got not a lot of units from Key. I'm not sure what the strategy is here, but Dominik is running around inside the attacker camp. These guys are on stand ground. There is no escape for Dominik here. But if he actually sacrifices, it might be worth it. It might be worth it to sacrifice a few cavalry to try to take these out, but he is not taking the chance. He's just pulling out of there. Maybe gonna take some villagers out. This is actually a juicy target from Dominik. Meanwhile, Dominik and TMP blocking the landing point of the siege tower, so they won't be able to enter. So there's a whole lot of like infantry here stuck. And No trying to attack the corner tower. This is not going to work. Look how much damage they're actually doing. Not as much as you would think. So Hellblazer starting to sacrifice a few medium cavalry. This might have been a misclick or a simple mistake, because you don't want to be sacrificing gold units in this manner. These are Latinicos, medium cavalry. They're just gonna get slaughtered by mixed medium infantry and spearmen. No is actually lost a battering ram from friendly fire from trebuchets, is what I suspect. Oh, the attack here is actually... Okay, the defenders somehow, for some reason, pulled back, and now units can flood in. This is a mistake from the defenders, for sure. There are elite infantry here to help defend this, which will have a very high kill-to-death ratio. Now, you know, honestly, at this point, I would be using the shield wall just so that they're not bothered as much by archers. But here comes Dominik's elite infantry as well, supported by Curly's heavy cavalry to try to stem the tide. But they do capture Tankard's tower. There's too much infantry here. And now Tankard's tower is on the side of the attackers, trying to shoot arrows into this mass. But I actually think, based on the what I'm seeing here is they're gonna very quickly take Tancred's tower back because all of this infantry is just instantly gonna get slaughtered. And Dominik's elite infantry are just gonna walk back in and take it back immediately. Meanwhile, there is a big flood over on the Gate of Damascus side on this bridge, trying to push in. It's a very slow push, but it could happen. In fact, if the... Oh my god. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When did this happen? It looks like TMP sacrificed cavalry to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trebuchets out. That was a huge deal. And like I predicted, the defenders were able to retake Tancred's tower and flood this whole area in so that there's really no chance to like flood into here. I'm not sure what the attackers can do at this point. They actually lost way too many trebuchets to raids. That was devastating. This might have been actually like this might have been a game-ending move. This might the attackers can maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3 lost from no, 1, 2, 3 4 lost from, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lost from Hellblazer. If they still had those, they would still maybe be able to take the Passer of St. Ladre out easily. Thankfully, Hellblazer has 3 battering rams on it, and without trebuchets trying to attack it, they will slowly but surely be able to take this down. But it's gonna take much longer. The defenders trying their best to flood this. Let's see if No uses his archers to use attack ground on this area. No, he's actually just having an archer battle with peasant archers and Welsh bowmen from Curly. Now the Welsh bowmen do have an armor removing attack when they attack into areas. Although, oh there, I can see a few, like this Turkopolos had its armor removed and it was just instantly killed. So that's the effect of the Welsh bowmen. They remove armor. Alright, Dominik bringing up his archers to try to make something happen here. Okay, the attackers are able to push units through, but it looks like not a lot of gold units in here, so let's take a look. Hellblazer has 1700 gold. I'm not sure his allies are telling him to use it up. So he's actually feeding morale to the defenders. This is the mistake Key made before, but he has made sure to make gold units this time. Unfortunately, he's losing a lot of Skipiko's horse archers. He should be putting his gold into these Vardariotas. So he's starting to make them. But there's just too many elite infantry here. And Hellblazer is just feeding units. And the defenders are at 100% morale. This doesn't look good. This really just doesn't look good. Curly is in reserve, just making sure his units are healed. I'm gonna guess that he's gonna have a very good kill to death ratio. No, starting to like shoot into the mass. This is what you need to do as an attacker. Use your archers. If there's a whole choke point, and that's what he's doing, I wouldn't be surprised if Noah's kill to death ratio is very high, because he's actually, oh no, he's gonna sacrifice one of his cataphractos. Oh, that was a flame shot into the crowd. That was very good. The defenders using a little bit of morale from this concentrated archer fire from No. But this is a mistake. What Hellblazer needs to do, he has to realize he's out of food. General. What is happening? Alright, looks like there's a pause. I wonder if I should go into one of the voice chats, because this is a live game. I'm gonna go in. Alright, what's happening, guys? What's going on?
He said ping issue TMP.
Ping? Ping?
Yes, sir. Ping
Okay.
issue.
Okay, looks like the game's back. I'm gonna leave again.
Yeah, but
Okay, so the game is back on. Okay. Hellblazer trying to push in, but he's having an issue understanding that when you send your weakest levy infantry into a meat grinder full of medium and elite infantry that you're just feeding and feeding and feeding morale to the enemy. Now Key is the only hope left with his trebuchets to try to take Tankard's tower down. If this goes down, then the attackers have a chance. This is close to going down, so the attackers are not out yet. There's still 20 minutes. Still 20 minutes. There's still a chance, but there is like a major traffic point here. This is why when you attack low walls, you want to like take out at least 2 minimum. Ideally 4 or more. Just for traffic's sake. Just for traffic's sake. So here, like over here, I think this is like 2 tiles wide, or maybe 3. This tower is actually a little less than half health. There's too many archers here for the attackers to do much. So No has a good amount of food. Hellblazer, out of the attackers, Hellblazer is pretty much the newest player. TMP is actually making like an accidental surge forward. I guess he realized that this is mostly archers. But now here comes No. He's thinking about going in. These are mostly levy units, so he's got the good instinct. And he's got his archers supporting. So he's got a lot of spearmen coming in. But TMP is trying his best to like to body block. TMP does have like a couple sergeants and 1 elite infantry to help with this, but if No just concentrates fire, which he's doing, TMP is going to lose a lot of units there. Dominik trying to stem the tide over here. And trying his best. Let's take a look at the stone situation of Dominik. He has a healthy amount of stone to continue doing repairs. He actually popped out of Tankard's tower to try to like massacre some of these levy infantry of Hellblazer. Okay, so Dominik still using up his stone at 406. This is less than half. No is making some good headway. He's using his archers. So, oh my god, Key went in with his cataphracts. I'm not sure why, actually. I'm not sure how that happened. So, just for the viewers' sake, on the defender side, these guys, these Templar Knights, they're irreplaceable. But on the attacker side, it's your Cataphractos that are also irreplaceable. You can't make them again. They're your strongest unit. They're your Vanguard, they're your General's Bodyguard. They're the best unit you can field. So you don't want to be losing them in a situation like that. I'm not sure what happened. It definitely looks like the defenders killed more than the attackers did. So it looks like the inexperience of Hellblazer is showing a little bit, which is not too much of a problem. There are still 17 minutes left at 100% morale for the defenders. But as long as Tankard's Tower or Foster of St. Landry goes down, something that will help would be maybe an alternate attack point. But it doesn't look like that's happening. Maybe No is taking Foster of the Magdalene down. But I think on the side of the attackers, they might not have played recently. So it might have been like the experience is on the side of the defenders. They are winning the Archer War, though. They're still trying to push in. Defenders desperately trying to repair the Pastor of St. Ladre. This will work because somehow there's only 2 rounds left. There used to be 3. So they are going to buy a lot of time here. A little bit of a sally out. This is more likely accidental. But it is effective because this is mostly ranged units, and ranged units have minimum range and die easily to melee units, especially with their low health and low armor. Hellblazer still not using his gold, unfortunately. Okay, Hellblazer is taking some of the repairmen out. So this is actually a good move from Hellblazer. So now they're going to have an easier time taking the Pastor of St. Ladre out. They just need more than one attack point. If they get more than one attack point, let's take a look at the resources of the defenders. Very healthy for Dominik and Curly. So this is looking less and less like an attacker victory, from my point of view. In fact, they're still repairing Tanker's Tower. Okay, No is telling his allies to push and push hard. But the defenders are coming back. This is mostly spearmen. But swordsmen are here. Unfortunately, his Pentarchus are stuck at the back. It should have been the Pentarchus pushing forward first, and then the spearmen after. But here comes Curly with his elite units, trying to help push back. I mean, he's kind of scared of these range units, and that's actually a good thing that he's pulling his elite infantry back because they don't have shields. And now this big push in the center is not going to work out, it appears. There are a lot of sergeants. I mean, medium infantry. Dominik has one repairer pushing in. But the attackers are close to out of gas. He has a lot of units in here. Not really pushing, unfortunately. He should send his Vardariotas. So the allies, the defenders, exchanging food, which is a good move. Actually, No was able to push in and capture the Damascus Gate. And this is where Key comes in and possibly massacres them. Most of the spearmen were killed, if you remember. So now these medium infantry are vulnerable to heavy cavalry. The Curly actually letting them in a little bit. This tower has been up forever. Curly trying his best to repair it. He has plenty of stone, but you have Hellblazer killing the villager. So this is definitely going to go down. And now all of No's medium infantry, which are gold units, are going to go down. No telling his allies that he has food as well. And all of these elite infantry from Curly are actually going to go down. He has to be careful. The defenses over here are... TMP has lost most of his resources. He's low on everything that matters. And so Curly is left to be the only one to try to hold on. He is committing his elite infantry. He has plenty of food and gold. Let's take a look at the population. He is less than 200, but still a little bit healthy. But the attackers, the whole point is never to give up, and it's nighttime, which is at this point in this particular situation is an advantage for the attackers. So one tower goes down. He should focus on Tanker's Tower, to be honest. But here comes Key, distracting them with some medium infantry, trying to push into Tanker's Tower. It looks like the postern of St. Ladre has finally gone down. There is an opening, and Hellblazer's committing his general into the city. He will be able to support his allies, so his units. So he has about a little over 20 units that he's helping fight faster. So they're gonna actually maybe capture Tanker's Tower if they push towards it. This valiant defense that lasted most of the match is starting to go down because the postern of the Magdalene is actually also going down. It's very close. Only a few more hits this whole game. So now units flooding in from multiple points. And this is what I was saying. Like, once you lose some of these points, it becomes more dangerous and the defenders have to fall back. Now it's about how much morale damage the attackers can inflict within 11 minutes. How many points can they capture? because the Possum of the Magdalene just went down, and now No is entering as well from here. Now, if I were Snow, I would actually bust this Gate of Darkness down and threaten the Dome of the Rock. And that'll force the defenders to spread their defenses very thin. He is walking around with a whole lot of archers. Now remember, it is nighttime. So this is what TMP can see. He can't see the whole picture. The big picture of is much harder to understand. Dominik looks like he's trying to focus on protecting the Tankard's Tower, but Tankard's Tower has fallen. Finally. He has his medium cavalry running around and trying to pick off any reinforcements coming through this choke point where the Possum of St. Ladry used to be. But the priority now for Dominik is to protect the Church of Holy Sepulchre. Meanwhile, Curly is fighting to hold on to this little bulge, which is possible because of this choke point from the stake barricades. It looks like Curly is also responsible to make sure the Dome of the Rock doesn't fall, but here comes No, slowly taking over towers. It is not too late for the attackers if they can collapse the defenders. Within 9 minutes, they just need to do it quickly because they're low on time. There's only 9 minutes left, so they have to push with everything they've got right now. Key actually has enough food to give his allies. Let's see if he thinks about it, because Hellblazer is low on population. But maybe he's thinking, it's better that I'm the one who does it. Since Hellblazer fed so much morale. Here comes TMP's general is actually going outside. Since he can't see at night, I guess he's looking to see what's going on. Gate of Damascus actually recaptured by the defenders. Very impressive from TMP. But there are a lot of archers here. But this must be what he sees. He's actually going to kill a lot of archers. But here comes a lot of spearmen. Let's see if TMP loses his general. This is very dangerous. No, trying his best to snipe the general. Doesn't happen. But Key is actually able to threaten and has captured the David's Gate. The defender's still at a healthy 83% morale. And the defenders are able to recapture some of these points that they lost. And they might reconvene and rebuild their defenses that they lost. Now, if they can hold on to Tankard's Tower... Oh my god, what? You can just delete it at this point. You can delete it. I'm just saying. It looks like No... Let's see if he has gold. He can rebuild it if he wants to. That's unfortunate for No. Let's see if he decides to delete it, because at this point, he should. He needs to. That's the importance of having a very good... I think it's worth it, to be honest, to delete the command tent itself, or elite tent, because that's a lot of gold units that you're not committing to the fight. And that actually could be a game-winning move if you send a whole bunch of medium infantry supported by spearmen and just massacre everything. So I'm just hoping... I don't want to tamper. I don't want to tamper. I'm hoping he deletes his tent. In fact, if they lose, I'm just going to tell them you should have deleted that tent. It's worth it. It's releasing... What is this? 20 medium infantry. Okay, they're pushing towards the Church of Holy Sepulchre. 7 minutes left. This might work. If they take the church and they take the Syrian exchange, that's 25% morale taken out. 7 minutes. I don't know what. It might not be enough. We'll see. They need a miracle at this point. The attackers need a miracle to win the game. And Key needs to get his units inside the city. He can actually garrison Tankard's Tower. And then that makes his units come into the city much easier. Once again, I don't want to tamper. I see some hope for the attackers. But we'll see. Now, I'm not sure if the defenders are aware that No has such a big force right here. They're about to appear out of nowhere. Here they come. You got peasants trying to hold on to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Dominik activating his archers. He has his general here to help, and his heavy cavalry as well. Defenders had a very, 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 very healthy morale. Now with dawn coming, the whole cover of night attack is close to going down, and this is Dominik kind of okay. He's gonna make a charge. He's gonna make a charge. He's gonna be able to kill a lot of units in one go, and he did. But let's see. Oh, okay. This is a pincer. This is terrible. So No about to lose his only hope of winning was to gun for the Church of Holy Sepulchre, and now all of his units are just gonna get massacred. Alright, Dawn is coming. Dawn is coming. TMP holding the front. Doesn't look like there's much left for the attackers. So Key needs to go and attack somewhere. Need to coordinate. And now the big picture can be seen. They're just out of steam. So a lot of food and gold still from Key and Hellblazer. No, still not deleting his tent. Not sure he knows about that. I think this is it. I think this is it. I think the defenders win easily from this point on. In fact, they might even lose Tancred's Tower to this group of infantry. It's just a matter of time. 4 minutes. There is no chance for the attackers to win this at this point. There's just... Yeah, there you go. He finally decides to delete the tent and release his infantry. That would have helped a lot in these big battles. Because he can just rebuild them. That's unfortunate for No. So there's, what, 3 minutes left. His infantry literally too far from anything that matters to make a big difference. And in fact, Key and his infantry just getting slaughtered by all of this heavy cavalry. This last little bit. He's using his trebuchets, not even a flame shot. It just, this could be like this is just like an experienced issue at this point. And we're gonna be able to talk about this in the post-game commentary with all the players. I made sure not to tamper this game. So, just before we get into the commentary, I'm gonna say that a big part of this, the outcome is probably Hellblazer's inexperience and No not having been able to play in a while. So I'm guessing No hasn't, is still in the mindset of losing your elite tent damages your morale and gives the defenders morale. That is not the case anymore. He's probably afraid to delete it. And Key making gold units, but mostly archers, horse archers, unfortunately. Instead of like a lot of like the Dariotas, which are the medium infantry that he needed to use. Now here comes Curly. Not even sallying out, just hanging out over here. Okay, yeah. Here comes a lot of medium infantry that would have been more useful in the earlier in that push towards the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Now Hellblazer, not using his gold. He has 3,000. So that is something he probably needs to learn. There's only 50 ticks left in the game. It's GG. The defenders hold out. And I'm actually going to join the chat now at this point in match 1. Hey guys.
Yes, sir.
GG. this is pretty much post-game commentary. So I am gonna start talking about what could have happened. Hellblazer, you needed to use your gold for like gold infantry or gold cavalry. Because it looks like you have
Oh yeah,
3,000 gold left.
yeah.
Because there's at one point, and let's wait for the other guys. I'm gonna move to chat too, and then tell them to come into chat one.
Their cavalry is broken, man. How much damage it does to the spears. Like, I don't think like a ball, like 50, 60 spears should lose against 30 cavalry.
What key?
They actually
I
can.
was just, I was just saying them Costalia kind of cavalry, the Norman Knights and the red ones, whichever ones they were, but they're like the charge attack. Like they shouldn't be killing, a ball of spears that easy. That's for sure.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can't
well.
kill your like cataphractos either. Like let's say I had 40 of my spearmen and like 10 of my cav. I couldn't kill probably your cataphractos. They're
Yeah.
just really strong.
It's not just the spearmen though. Like, I was looking at the
Yeah.
game, and there was like definitely just experience problem with Hellblazer. Just feeding units, kind of like what you did in the game before.
He was feeding.
He was just feeding morale
Nervous
to the
supporter.
defenders pretty much the whole game, especially in Tankard's Tower. So I'll share my screen actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you, I'll play absolute trash.
No, it's just experience.
No.
So when you were like hopping over the wall,
Wait a second, let me watch your stream first.
Checking. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm watching now.
okay, when you were hopping over the wall, there were like
Yeah.
the strongest infantry here, like balls and balls of strongest infantry, and then you were sending like your weakest units to hop into the city to try to fight them constantly. So they were just getting killed as they came in, for like until you ran out
Yeah,
of food
that's
pretty
true.
much.
Well,
That's
the
true.
thing
That's
is, in
true.
the middle of the battle, I can't be bothered to check the stats of every single unit. You know, this is my second match ever on this
Oh
map.
yeah, no worries. I've
No,
done.
that's true.
It's anything you make out of the elite tent and the command tent is
I
better
know.
at
I
killing.
built all gold units. I built you spent as much gold as I possibly could. And I would just say like them horse archers are absolutely dog shit. Like just saying
yeah.
it.
I
I'm
mean,
just
these are like harassing units.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
I shot
awful
them.
though. Like
Yeah, yeah, they are
the
awful
longbows,
against crossbowmen.
yeah, the
That was
longbows
crossbow.
and crossbows. The longbows and crossbow just eat them up. I
Yeah.
honestly don't get for a gold unit though. Like even you say harass, but what harassment can I do when they have like
Well, you have to
double row
remember that
balls all around the base?
each civ can be an attacker or a defender. So these
I
are
know,
like
but
better. If you want to use these as an attacker, it is possible. It's not as good, but they are faster. But you have to move around with them a lot because they can dodge shots. But it's harder. It's harder to do. So if I was gonna attack, I would focus on like heavy cavalry, like these guys.
yeah, I just honestly I
or
don't
these
think
guys.
you could ever balance this game mode. Like that's all I'm saying. Perfectly balance it. You could never perfectly balance this game mode. There's too many, and I'm only saying this because I have much higher APM than most of these players, and the fact that I can't do much on this game mode shows that Elo's definitely not a thing. But then again, it's not to do with just Elo. It's in my opinion, there's stuff that I get into fights at times, and I just feel like some units are just really unbalanced against other units, and that's just my opinion.
You're thinking
But
about
then again, that's just my experience as well.
yeah, it's unfortunate. The elite knights are, I mean, these knights are like
They're broke,
strong.
and so are the orange ones. Like my units just died to like one ball. They had one ball of cav killing everything all game pretty much. That's why like I feel like it's broken because they had like them cavalry like just killed so many units. The value they got was insane.
Yeah,
When
let's
they
take a
are a
look
bit
at the
broke.
stats.
They are a
Actually
bit broke. Like, there's
So-
no way.
Yeah,
There's
but
no way. Like,
the KD, yeah. Oh my god.
the KD's always like this though for attackers, and this is why I say some of the units they have I don't feel like beneficial for attacking, or something. I feel like it was more balanced like the last, like not the last time I played, but like when I first started playing, I feel like it was more balanced then with like certain things. I just feel like siege takes too long to get through places. There's just issues with like the siege as well. Like I mean, you only get
I
to
made
build so
siege
many.
faster to build. I made siege faster to build.
Yeah, I know it's faster to build, but like it's very inaccurate. Like the amount of shots they miss, so it's like realistically, I feel like they should do a bit more damage. Because do you know how long it took me to like get that building to half HP? It was insane.
Well, they were also
That one
repairing
there.
it. They were also repairing it a lot. Also,
Yeah,
like
I was
battering
killing
rams,
Bills underneath.
Hellblazer battering rams are not as good against. Battering rams are only really good against low walls, stake barricades, and gates.
Also,
Gates.
also the siege towers are like super bugged. Like the amount of times like I had problems with like them just being either too slow. I'd put units in and they just couldn't move at times. I'd have to ungarrison, put them back in. Like so many problems with siege
Archers
towers.
don't make siege towers move faster. It's only melee infantry.
Yeah.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I put in infantry once, and the siege tower was bugged. It wouldn't move at a time, so I had to ungarrison, put them back in, and then again. Yeah,
AoE
there's just little
issue.
things.
Well, that's like an AoE. issue.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the cavalry. These guys. They
A little
don't.
bit too
Yeah.
strong.
They're too strong, you think?
I think
Little
my
bit.
biggest thing is like the skill gap. Like I mean, let's just say I'm a higher healer than some players, right? They should not be winning these fights against me. Like it doesn't matter about micro or not. Like I can't micro a fight when the units are just absolutely slaughtering spears. Like how can a counter unit for another unit just lose? I don't get it. It shouldn't make sense.
I
But
could
it
agree
did,
with
Actually,
you.
like-
did damages.
I mean,
But they cost
I
a
lost
lot.
like
A lot,
I
a
lost-
lot
I
more.
know. I lost 60 spears to those things though. Like, and they died
But-
so
but-
fast. I didn't even
That's
get
true,
any
but
kills.
at least I used the charge.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That charge is insane. Like, they kill my units instantly. So what can I do? Nothing. You just run back, get your charge again, and run back in.
I
That
mean,
simple.
if there's a charge, there should be another option like stand ground or something for infantry, the way it is in Age of Empires 4.
They used to be. They used to have like a spear wall, but I don't know what happened to that.
I used to have a
It was
spear
bug-
wall.
Uh,
It caused a lot of problems with players not understanding why their units aren't moving.
pathing issues. Yeah.
And
That's
Mostly pathing.
It's
Just
hard though. Them units are so broke. Like if you were to watch the fight I'm talking about, like I should not have lost that many units. Like in my
Where
opinion.
was it? Where
And I
was
had
the fight
gold units
happening?
mixed in. It was the fight by this tower here. I literally just lost everything. Just a one ball of cavalry running in and killing it all.
I think I
Green
saw.
cavalry?
Oh, I remember.
that fight. Dominic,
No,
you
not
remember
the
that
green,
fight?
but I fought and Curly here with
Ah.
our
There
cav.
were like 2 balls of elite. Oh, of not elite cavalry. Heavy
Yeah,
cavalry.
that was more than 60.
That was like almost even numbers of heavy cavalry versus even number of
Or
spearmen.
maybe even add in like I don't know, like a Kameyuk style fucking infantry spear, something that does more bonus damage to cavalry, because them spears are awful against cavalry. Like I don't know what they're actually doing.
Okay,
in the
so
fights,
like in
like,
Age
they're
of
so
Empires 2 vanilla, when a spear touches a cavalry, it's almost like he almost kills him. Like it's insane the amount of damage the spearman does. But like here, if you have like, what is this? How do I?
well, I
Yeah,
think
like,
the thing
almost
is,
30
if you want,
It was almost
yeah.
30 heavy cavalry here, and then it was like almost, and like basically 34 heavy cavalry here. That was like almost evenly matched numbers against the spearmen. So like almost like about
but
60 versus
he-
60. The heavy cavalry will.
Yeah, but I
slaughter.
lost 60 and they lost. Yeah, but I lost 60 and they lost about 3 units. Like that's not fair.
I mean the cost.
Like, it's not
considering
fair,
the cost
bro.
values.
Yeah, but the cost is insane, and maybe you just chose the wrong faction, I guess.
Yeah, but even if the cost value's wrong, like I mean, how would you expect me to take care of that cavalry anyway if they're just winning spears? What unit can I go to win them? Exactly, I can't.
Spearmen
That's my
actually
point.
can kill.
They don't. I've just proved that they died so fast to them, like because of the
Well,
charge attack and
How
stuff.
about this? I'm gonna like, I could.
I mean, even if you think about it, in regular Age of Empires, if you put 60 halberdiers against 60 fucking paladins, the paladins are gonna win
Exactly.
every time.
Yeah.
So it's not about, you know, oh,
Yeah.
I have 10 spearmen against 10 cavalry, I should win. It's like, no, like you need to play smarter. You need to have archers. You need to surround them. You need to kill 'em.
I would still say 60 Hal would win 60 Pal.
No, you
No,
can
they
round
don't
any
win.
single
They don't
player
win.
game ever. It's 60
And,
pal.
It depends how tight the choke point is. It depends if they get surrounded.
Yeah, but you're not
Um,
completely surrounded with your
I
Titan.
saw. I
mean,
saw.
my cavalry came from behind, his came from front. You just got completely slaughtered.
Yeah, like the cavalry. There was like a group of cavalry here, group of cavalry here. There's spearmen here from two sides. Good surface area. It looked like a slaughter. I didn't think it was.
You know what? I mean, he just got choked.
If
pointed
you
out.
con-
Well,
And
even
it will
if,
take a
the
while to
Hellblazer-
be made.
The most I can do. How about this? Like, I could look at and review and play test the spearmen and make them slightly stronger. Maybe.
I
Because-
think you just make a map where you just test the units against one another, like
I
one
do.
by
I
one.
do. That's what I do. And every time I edit this with balance and stuff, I make like buildings up here in the corner, and test different numbers. 1 versus 1,
Yeah, that's
5,
true.
5 versus 5, 10,
Yeah.
10 versus 10,
We
20,
did kill a lot
etc.,
of my
etc.
caps,
You know, different amounts of spearmen versus cavalry. I even test with charge and without charge. And definitely the
though. Can they
charge,
show them?
especially Crusader charge, is really
Kinda
strong.
strong.
It's like the Crusaders are like they have the best charge and they have crossbowmen. That's their thing. But I can review it.
Yeah.
I could be like, if you have, I did test like if these cavalry are outnumbered, they are not cost effectively winning against spearmen already. I know that.
Yeah, I think like I said, biggest thing is there's like there's zero skill involved in this kind of game mode because like I said, APM, like things like that, even just decision making don't matter too much in this because
Well,
I feel like I made the right decisions at times, but again, I can't kill a unit like that strong.
I would say
Insane.
you would probably have had a better experience if Hellblazer had more experience and you had like more evenly matched teams. Like I actually
Yeah.
feel like I made a mistake once I realized that it might have been Hellblazer's like second game, and so maybe I could have put if Hellblazer and No have to be together. And then
No,
no,
it was like-
no, well, no
I don't
hasn't
think
played in a while.
I don't think it's anything to do with the teams. I
I
honestly
do.
think
I actually do
unit.
think it's part of the teams because
I think also he lost like 100 units to my like infantry just fighting out of like near this tank tower.
I
You
mean,
can
and-
look at my
and
kill to
also
death ratio. Like,
the No hasn't played in a while, so like he was afraid to delete his
yeah, that's true.
command tent for a long time. But there were like 20 medium infantry stuck here, and I was like saying during the commentary, like if those medium infantry were helpful part of this push towards here, and of course if Hellblazer had more experience, so I don't blame it at all. If Hellblazer had more experience and then was able to utilize his units better, then it would have been a better match, and then you probably would have. You might have had that experience with the cavalry surrounding it, but it wouldn't have felt as like desperately impossible to win. So it's more like a I don't like losing ever kind of thing, but like it doesn't help that it was like so hard this particular game. I'm thinking about like no. Like also you guys lost a whole lot of trebuchets here. And then that was
Yeah.
also a thing. And like once I noticed that like No built 14 archery ranges or 16 archery ranges, then I realized I made a mistake because like the last time No played was probably wood wasn't an
Archer
issue.
version.
Wood wasn't an issue back then. And so like camp security is much harder too. So like that made it harder to do things, and then that probably led to these trebuchets dying so easily, etc., etc., etc. So
it
I-
But wait,
actually
no,
does
no,
an
no
easy
has a lot
for,
of
for
wood.
attacks.
No has a lot of wood. You can check Vezet.
No,
No
earlier.
have
No.
7,000.
Earlier.
Earlier,
Of
yeah.
course, by the end of the game, he has 7,000.
But you can still build in like
Fence.
the game.
Fences.
But by the time the trebuchet, like when the trebuchets were here, No used to like surround his trebuchets with like palisade walls. Like that was the time. There was a time like No would like literally have almost impossible to kill trebuchets.
Perhaps
Um,
too many barracks. Or archers.
Yeah, but like this thing, I was like, oh no, he hasn't played in a while. You know, there's like 17 of these things. So then like camp security suddenly became not a thing. So
Wait, also 800 stone left.
wow. Okay. Well, I don't. He only built 3 trebuchets, I think. It was Hellblazer who built more. Did you guys want to play?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to YouTube and say bye. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.